Kansas is at the top of the basketball world right now. I know that he's been caught for some bad stuff, but I've always liked Bill Self's recruiting roster management strategy, because it's not just the Mike Krzyzewski, Mike Krzyzewski later in life, John Calipari, just bring in a 10-5 stars and we're going to be able to see what everything works. Bill Self is a little bit different. Bill Self recruits, he gets the mega kids like the Josh Jacksons, the Andrew Wiggins of the world, but he's done an amazing job at finding the Frank Masons, the Devonte Grahams, players like that.
Perry Ellis.
Perry Ellis was a little bit higher rated, but you also got
guys who stick around. They don't
guys
get frustrated.
That stick around, and he finds these under the radar guys, and that's where I think he's really been able to be successful and make a living. And there's a lot of Lute Olson in there, and that Lute Olson would get the Mike Bibbies, but he would also obviously have the Miles Simons, the Jason Terrys, the AJ Bramletts, the Bennett Davisons, etc. That there's a little bit of Lute Olson there as far as his roster management and structure goes.
Yeah, I think his ability not only to bring in those guys, but get guys who mesh. You rarely see a Kansas team say, "Oh man, they're missing height, or they're missing toughness, or they're missing athleticism."
Right.
They're able to fill in those gaps, and whether that's through recruiting, through the transfer portal. So when you talk really good roster, because we've seen some of those Duke teams or those Kentucky teams that have 7 first-round draft picks, you're like, they can't play together.
Right.
They don't have, they're missing a tough guy, or they're missing a shooter, or they're missing this. When was the last time you said that about Kansas? Like, if Kansas only had another shooter.
Right. If Kansas only had another strong big, they'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're playing undersized at the 4. No. So, Self has done a remarkable job. Again, you'd be hard-pressed maybe not to consider, Kansas is obviously one of the top programs of all time.